It is Sunday, Sunday. It is Sunday in Estelí, Nicaragua, Tampa, Florida, and the rest of the world. It is Sunday. I finally got my two mics so YouTube can also listen better. I found in here in Nicaragua a old mic that works with the other phone. It is Sunday, and I'm a little bit tired because I had a great time last night. A lot of dancing, drinking, amazing food. And we were invited to a Día de los Enamorados, Valentine's Day party, and we had a great time. We met great people. I got to chat with some of the guys in the industry, and it's amazing how I'm experiencing the difference of being in retail in the U.S. and being right here in Nicaragua in the manufacturing side. I'm blessed. It is an amazing opportunity because I dare to try both worlds. I think I have a lot more to learn about retail that will never end, finding the best way to serve you guys. But I am glad I make the decision to move down here and be, for now, 80% of the time in Nicaragua and then 20% of the time in the U.S. I know at some point it will be half and half because I enjoy both sides of the industry. The retail, being direct with you guys, interacting directly with you guys, and also being exposed to the manufacturing down here in Nicaragua. I'm really enjoying it. And I thought it was going to be like flying every 45 days or flying. No, my wife did it a lot easier. She said, no, you're not going to be able to concentrate here in the U.S. or concentrate down there. So let's do long periods of time in Nicaragua in the beginning so I can learn, so I can make good relationships here in Nicaragua. So we're really enjoying it. I'm really fortunate. I'm really humble that I was invited to the party. It's a really close family. They don't let outsiders to. They keep it close the same way we do in our family in Tampa. And my really good friends I can count it with my hand, my close friends. So I was really grateful that they invited me to the party last night. I had great talks with two individuals that I admire. One of them I got to know him. And in 45 minutes of great conversations, I learned a lot from this person. And again, I'm really grateful that God is giving me this opportunity to meet people in the industry. And I don't like to be dropping names. I don't think that is correct. But there were people that have done it already. They have experienced success in a good way. Again, I don't know if I want to get there to that huge success because I want to spend more time. I want to keep a better balance between my family, my kids, if they're young. So to this point, let's take it easy. How are you, Louis? How are you, Michael? Cuco, Borras, Brian, how are you? Cuco. Yes, yes. Happy birthday to Steve. He just turned 75 and he looks like he's 65. Steve is it's amazing. We had a great date in Tabanero Cigar Lounge in Ybor City. We had a great date, great Saturday, great Friday. We rock the Gasparilla. We rock. It was amazing. It was amazing. I wish I was there, but I got to go next Sunday to meet with the BS Cigar Group. BS Cigar Group out of Wisconsin. They coming in to spend time in Tampa, enjoy Tampa cigar heritage, and also ask me to spend, at least 2 days with them, and that makes me really, really fortunate that people make the time every year to come to Tampa, and they wanted to meet with me and hear about everything, how it's going on, things going on in here in Nicaragua. So that makes me feel really special. Julian Rivera, welcome, welcome. We're gonna have a momentum. I already have a Robusto. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. We already had a Robusto Maceda Songro wrapper. Now I'm gonna step up to a Momentum Robusto Mexican San Andres Condega and Jalapa. A really simple cigar with a lot of flavor, a lot of roasted note, roasted almonds because of the Condega. The Condega, every time you experience that roasted nuts, almonds, you're expiring Condega and the sweetness of Jalapa. So it was a great experience yesterday. I got to say hello and see people that you usually you only see it on social media or on when you go to big events in Vegas. So it was a lot more closer, more friendly setting. Hello, Karen. Welcome. So I had a great time. I had great conversations. This new person that I see it as a mentor, that he's been a lot longer than me in the industry. We have a lot in common. He has two sons and a daughter, same as me. He has experience of things that he already went through with some of his kids getting into the industry, and it gave me a lot of advice for my kids that they're growing in the industry, and to be really careful, not just to push them to be in the cigar industry. I just tell my kids the way I see it, the cigar industry. We were having a conversation this morning, and I said, I can't really tell you to go to school and do a career because that didn't work for me. It didn't work for me. So I don't want to be pushing them to something that I don't really believe. And again, it's pretty ignorant from myself saying not to go to school and do a career, but it didn't. It wasn't my. I think how times are changing. They should be working more now as a kid to try to find out what are the things that motivate them, inspire them, and on the things that I'm exposing them. And Santiago is 9 years old, and we had a conversation. I said, okay, Santiago, from everything that you've seen so far in the industry, retail in United States, website in United States, the coffee brand, now Nicaragua, I take them to the tobacco fields, fermentation, manufacturing cigars. What is it? There's anything that you like, that you lean into it? And he said, Dad, I like the whole process of growing things. I like the part of growing tobacco. And I said, beautiful, because when your mother came into my business 15 years ago, and she went like this from far, like trying to say hello, because she used to be a rep for Cheney Brothers, and the tiny cigar shop, it was in between the kitchen in the dining area of El Puerto Argentinian Grill. It used to be my business, and then I sold the business, become the landlord. In that little space in between both areas, that's where I started Tabanero Cigars, manufacturing cigars. And I told Santiago, when your mom came in trying to get the food account, she from far, I was inside of my little cute hole in the wall, and she went like this, smile. That smile, it was so vibrant. It was a time in my life that I was already divorced, single for a year and something, and that smile was refreshing, really refreshing. It was genuine, and I have no idea that years later I was gonna have 2 kids and have an amazing relationship with your mother. But that smile, it was those tobacco trees. Those were your smile of the tobacco trees that you were attracted to it. It's up to you if you allow yourself to get to know the industry and see if you fall in love completely with the industry and have kids with the industry. That's how life works. And he was looking at me like, wow, that makes sense. You know, you don't meet someone and automatically you know that you're gonna be married and have kids, but at least you allow yourself to start, to dare, to try. So with you being 9 years old and you already seen the industry smiling at you through the just growing tobacco, it's an amazing feeling. My job as a parent is to expose you guys to as much as I can, as much as I can. Don't keep you inside of a room with a tablet. Don't bother me. My job, I did it like that with Sebastian Maceda, my older kid, and he decided. He said, "No, Dad, I don't want to continue in this industry." He was 19 years old, and I explained to his siblings, Santiago and Valentina, that decision from Sebastian Maceda, it was understandable because he was only 19 and he was exposed to a really conservative, legendary, old industry. When we always think of cigars, we think of success. How you achieve success with years. So mostly the people who smoke cigars have achieved some kind of success in parts of their life through years. So they're adult, they're mature individuals, and a 19-year-old, it was not going to be appealing to be around that. He wanted to explore the world. So I told Sebastian, fine, that's fine with me. I learned with that mentality, the old mentality of go to school, get a career, and then get a job that will guarantee. There's nothing guaranteed. There's nothing in this life. The only thing that we have guaranteed in this life is that at some point we're gonna die. That's it. Nothing else guaranteed. So I haven't taught my kids about get a school, get a career, get a job. No. I'm allowing them. I'm exposing them as much as I can and let them free. Let them decide for themselves. Sebastian couldn't do it. I didn't have the money to take Sebastian to Montessori schools. These two, since they started going to school, they've been going to Montessori. I think Montessori learning, it builds leaders. It allows the kids to explore what is it that they really like. And that's what I'm doing with those two. I asked them this morning, how many cultures are you exposed? How many cultures are you exposed? And they went, well, U.S., Nicaragua. I said, you sure? Where's your mother from? Oh, Colombia. Oh, okay. You been to Colombia? Yes, we've been to Colombia. Oh, okay. Where's your dad from? Cuba, but we're not been to Cuba. I said, okay, you haven't been to Cuba, but you have heard your entire life your dad talking about Cuba, the necessities, how I became the person who I am because where I came from. I'm first generation. I don't have an option. Why make it or why break it? I don't have anybody to lean in because I'm first generation. So a lot of that stuff is passed on to you guys. You're growing with that mentality that you don't have anybody to lean on. Sebastian doesn't have anybody to lean on. I told him he got to make it on his own. And it's going to be the same thing with you guys. And they get scared. But, it's part of bringing them up. We talked about it also because meeting these amazing families down here, I see that they do the right thing. They send they send their kids overseas to get great careers and and do, go to the best schools, and then they come back and put into work in the business. No experience, just textbooks, and put them back to work in the business. To me, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. I need to get my kids exposed as much as I can and gain some experience before they go to school, before they choose whatever they're going to do, business administration, marketing, agronomy, whatever. They need to get some experience before, when they're 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, so they have a better idea if that career that they're choosing is something they're going to want to keep. And to be able to do that, I can send them overseas. I can send them other places to study. They need to find a way. Since we decided to be in between two countries, they've been doing Montessori online, and so far it's going pretty good. And how the world is going, they're going to be able to do a career online. So my job is to expose them to everything that is going on right now, so they can have a better idea what they would like to do or how they will fall in love with their purpose. I always tell them, I'm not imagining you guys, I'm not measuring success on how much you can achieve or if you can surpass me. For now, I want that when you start knocking on that door of becoming an adult, to have an idea of what to do. Not to get to that door and go, oh my God, I'm already an adult. What do I do now? No. I've been putting everything on the table. I've been exposing you guys to many conversations. I told them since they're little, same thing with Sebastian, when there's someone visited the house, and especially something related with business or visit a factory, they need to sit down and stay quiet and listen and listen and listen. So a lot of those conversations will make sense later on. So this party that I went last night, it was amazing, because I was exposed to other individuals that they're going through the same thing. They already went through the same things I'm going right now, and that helped me out to have a better guidance how to, besides my success, how to prepare the next generation to keep serving you guys, to keep serving the people who believe in their dream the best way, and don't feel as a slave, to be in love with what they do, to be in love with what they do. And again, there's not a book, there's nothing, there's not a manual how to achieve that. I'm doing it as best as my knowledge allow me to do. So every Sunday that we have breakfast, I put them to think. And the world has changed so much that having the opportunity to be growing up next to a father or mother that they love what they do, they really enjoy it, and making them understand that if they choose, if Santiago chooses to grow tobacco, that doesn't mean that he will be growing tobacco his entire life. That means that he's going to start falling in love with that woman with the smile of the tobacco. He's going to start falling in love with the woman, the industry, the tobacco industry, with the smile of that tobacco plant. Being exposed to that many cultures, and I didn't finish. I said Colombian, Cuban, American, the best for me, the best country in the world, U.S., 3. And they doing Montessori online school in Chile, so they're also exposed to Chile. So again, U.S., Nicaragua, Cuba, Colombia, Chile, and then my daughter says, well, Dominican Republic too, because Tata, Sebastian, from my first marriage, he's half Dominican. So she's paying attention. She knows that at some point we will do business in Dominican Republic, and probably we move to Dominican Republic. I don't know, after we master here in Nicaragua, on way, 5, 7 years, 10 years, I'll be 57. We probably move to Dominican Republic and start something over there related with the industry. That's I'm liking it. I know I was born in Havana, Cuba, but I don't know where I'm going to die. So I'm going to continue this journey, enjoying it, because as much as I can share with you guys, as much as can inspire the next generation to understand that you don't have to see the whole thing. You just got to, take the leap, make that next move. And for me, making that next move of moving down here, I'm being exposed to many things that in 5 years we will know what was the reason why I moved down here. I'm really loving it. I'm really loving it. I'm taking it easy. I'm not rushing anything. That era when I was young, rushing and rushing and rushing, I finally learned and realized that God is not going to provide or give me anything that I'm desiring until He feels that I'm completely prepared to receive it. Until He feels that I'm completely prepared to receive it, He ain't giving me anything. We get it confused. We think it's, I want it. Let me work hard on it. Let me work hard. Listen, man, you have to become a different person for God to realize that you already are ready to receive. Something that I'm really careful is to be grateful for the people that I meet here. They're giants. They're giants next to me. And I tell God, thank you for allowing me to meet these amazing people. I wish them much success. I wish them to keep going forward. I never compare myself with any of those, uh, you know, 3, 4, 5 generations that they've been in the industry. I just admire them and take notes and see how I can do on my little boutique brand, how I can mirror some of the beautiful things that they're doing for you guys, for my people who believe in the dream. So, and that's something that in here in Nicaragua, people people get it confused. You see them always trying to imitate the big guys, and you don't really know if what worked for them is going to work for you. You use them as a motivation, inspiration, but you don't have to copy exactly what they're doing. And what I mean by that, it's well, we gotta do so many cigars and put it in 500 stores so we can experience success, and we gotta be at least at 3 million cigars a year to see money. Not me, not me. I'm gonna let life to. I have a view, a guidance. It changed through the years. It keeps changing, but I'm not comparing myself with people that they're different. They're different individuals. They're different individuals. Um, you know, I stay on my lane. I stay on my lane, and I'm really enjoying it. This week, we finished 2 orders from La Joya, Nicaragua, from Rosallones. I think someone corrected me yesterday. I think it's Rosallones, and it was good. It was good. It was good. I learned that we're making mistakes in the systems, because when they cut all the pieces in the laser machines, after they cut and they have the pieces in front of them, there's another 45 minutes, 24 minutes that they're waiting for the machine to cut everything. They have plenty of time to check all the pieces before handing it to the next person. So they're not doing it. They sending it to the next person who's going to sand the inside of the boxes because of the smoke of the laser. And this next person just sand and sand and sand. Doesn't review the pieces again. Doesn't check the pieces. So to make it short, we end up in 2,000 boxes with 20 boxes that 10%. We end up with 20 boxes that we could have saved if someone checked the pieces. But again, this is new for me. This whole kind of mass producing boxes is new for me. So I'm learning, and we're getting better. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I tell my kids that doesn't mean that I'm gonna be a box maker. This is part of us being vertical integrated to master the packaging. I got my inventory for my cigar inventory, and we are 325,000 cigars. We good. We good. I'm not sure if I'm going to manufacture cigars this year. I'm not sure. My wife is working on a flavor cigar line. We probably do that this year. But Maceda cigars, Momentum, the Neros. I don't think I'm doing any cigars this year. Again, because I don't want to keep rushing things. I don't want to be rushing things. I haven't been rushing anything. So I'm gonna take my time, concentrate on the box manufacturing, and keep making relationships down here. Keep making relationships down here, and we'll see if 2027 we start making cigars for 2028, and who knows if in 2027 we start making our own cigars in our factory. I've been looking at property. I've been getting luckier and luckier. The people that I'm meeting, learning not to hesitate. When I see potential, I go ask, and I got lucky, not hesitating, asking to the right people in my mind. And I think we got lucky with a piece of land. We'll see. So we can do a metal building, prefab metal building, and start my own box factory, and hopefully build, since we built, to have our second floor ready for cigar manufacturing on 2027. So you'll be present on the whole process. I'll be sharing with you guys. And next Sunday, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do anything next Sunday unless I pre-record, because I'm planning to visit tobacco fields this week. Unless I pre-record and I upload on Sunday, so you guys know a little bit of what's going on with tobacco in the Tabanero little circle. I've been dealing down here with the dust, a lot of dust, and allergies. It's been tough this last week. It's been tough, but I'm getting better. Like my good friend Keith, I smoke cigars, and it gets better. This week I went by AJ's factory, and wow, the construction is going fast. It's looking amazing. God bless him. He's an amazing individual. He's someone that adds a lot to this industry. So shout out to AJ's. I was able to share my ideas of bringing the 3 brands with one of the families. I was able to share that last night, and the person said, "Oh, of course we will support you. Of course we will support you to bringing some of that line to Tabanero." I will keep talking about this, of bringing AJ, Padron, Plasencia into the shop. Brands that I believe, brands that I use as mentors, and you guys share if you think it's a good idea, or it's just 3 brands that I really respect, and I'm smoking often those 3 brands. So guys, next Sunday I'm in Tampa, Florida. To meet with the BS group out of Wisconsin, spend some time. I'll be in Tampa a week, so if you're around, come in, say hello, and ask any questions. Wherever I sense passion, I am always a open book. I don't know how to make money. I know how to make cigar for great people. That's what I know to do. As a byproduct, money shows up sometimes. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you spending some time with me. My name is Yanko Maceda, founder of Tabanero Cigars, where we believe in the enjoyment of craftsmanship that allows you to stop time every once in a while, stop time with yourself, reflect on life, and plan the future ahead.